Throughout history, military strategy has been a pivotal force in shaping civilizations, forging empires, and determining the fates of nations. In the ancient world, brilliant commanders utilized innovative tactics that not only secured victories, but also set the stage for future generations of warfare. These strategies often defied conventional thinking and introduced new methods of combat, siege, and formation that would change the world. In this video, we'll explore some of the most influential ancient military tactics that shaped the course of history, and how these tactics continue to influence modern warfare. One of the most iconic and revolutionary military strategies in ancient warfare was the phalanx formation used by the Greeks. This tight, rectangular formation consisted of heavily armed infantry soldiers known as hoplites, standing shoulder to shoulder with overlapping shields and spears projecting outward. The phalanx maximized the power of unity and defense while maintaining an unstoppable offensive front. It allowed soldiers to work in unison, focusing on protecting each other while launching a collective assault on their enemies. The effectiveness of the phalanx was proven in battles such as the Battle of Marathon, where the Greeks were able to decisively defeat the much larger Persian army, setting the stage for the rise of Greek dominance in the ancient world. The strategy emphasized discipline, coordination, and the strength of unity, lessons that still resonate with military leaders today. When it comes to military tactics, the Roman legion stands as one of the most successful and enduring strategies in history. Unlike the rigid and static formations of other armies, the Roman legions were designed for tactical flexibility and adaptability. A legion was made up of 4,000 to 6,000 soldiers, divided into smaller, more maneuverable units called centuries and cohorts. This structure allowed Roman generals to adjust their formations on the fly, depending on the battlefield conditions. The Romans' ability to adapt and innovate was evident in their victory over the Carthaginian general Hannibal during the Second Punic War. After suffering major defeats in the early stages of the war, the Romans restructured their tactics, focusing on engaging Hannibal's forces using the classic Roman strength of discipline and organization. Their use of combined arms, incorporating infantry, cavalry, and siege weapons, was revolutionary, making them virtually unstoppable for centuries. In ancient warfare, deception was often as crucial as strength. One of the most famous examples of this is the Trojan Horse during the siege of Troy around the 12th century BCE. The Greeks, unable to breach the walls of Troy after a 10-year siege, employed a tactic that hinged on cunning. They built a massive wooden horse, hollowed out to hold soldiers inside, and presented it as a gift to the Trojans. Believing it to be a token of peace, the Trojans brought the horse into their city, unaware that it contained the Greek army. That night, the Greeks emerged from the horse and opened the gates for the rest of their forces, allowing them to invade the city and ultimately win the war. This strategy, utilizing psychological warfare and deception, became a hallmark of military thinking throughout history. It taught future generals the importance of misdirection and manipulating an enemy's perception of reality. Under the leadership of Genghis Khan, the Mongol Horde revolutionized warfare with their remarkable speed and mobility. By utilizing cavalry units skilled in both archery and close combat, the Mongols could cover vast distances in record time, launching surprise attacks on enemy camps. Their ability to fight on horseback gave them a crucial advantage over stationary enemies, allowing them to strike swiftly and retreat before their foes could mount a defense. The Mongols were also masters of psychological warfare. They used fear as a weapon, spreading rumors of their brutality to demoralize enemies before they even arrived. This was particularly evident in the Mongol conquest of the Khwarezmian Empire, where entire cities surrendered without a fight, terrified of the Mongols' reputation for utter destruction. Perhaps no military figure is as synonymous with ancient strategy as Sun Tzu, the Chinese general and philosopher behind the classic work The Art of War. His principles extend beyond the battlefield and into the realm of psychological strategy, diplomacy, and the effective use of resources. Sun Tzu's teachings emphasized the importance of knowing both your enemy and yourself, the value of surprise, and the necessity of flexibility in combat. One of his key strategies was the concept of indirect warfare, where deception and manipulation of an enemy's movements and intentions could win battles without ever engaging directly. His timeless advice continues to influence modern business strategies, sports psychology, and political maneuvering, proving that his influence stretches far beyond ancient military circles. The military tactics developed in the ancient world weren't just confined to the battlefields of their time. They had lasting impacts on strategy and warfare for centuries to come, influencing the methods of commanders throughout history. From the unity of the Greek phalanx to the psychological mastery of the Mongols and the tactical brilliance of Sun Tzu, these ancient war strategies shaped the destiny of entire civilizations. As we reflect on these ancient tactics, we recognize that the art of war is not just about brute strength. It's about adaptability, deception, and the ability to outthink your opponent. Whether through discipline, speed, or psychological manipulation, these ancient strategies remind us that intelligence and strategy often win the day, no matter the era. Thanks for watching. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most impactful moments. And remember, the lessons of the past can still guide us today.